Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is another weekly Shop My Stash. I'm getting to the point where I'm now forgetting the week number it is. I think we're week number 4. I hope you're not getting bored of these videos yet, because I'm enjoying doing this. So this is last week's picks. This is what I've been using for the last week in conjunction with all my panning stuff. Nothing really major to talk about. Let's talk about the things that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed this blush. This is the blush from Volley Fire in the shade Guilty. Just really nice to wear a blush color that's very different. Part of me kind of wants to wear this like every day, but it's also not an everyday color for me. But it was just really nice to wear this blush because it is different. The highlighter is nice. This is definitely a very blingy highlighter. I mean, I think it's called like, what is it? Shimmering Swan, Glimmers of BS. Definitely a very blingy highlight from Pretty Vulgar. Definitely not an everyday highlight. Well, you have to go pretty light-handed if you want to wear it every day, I feel like, for my personal taste. But a nice highlighter. What else? This is really nice. Whoops, throwing this away. This is a Kaja. Again, really enjoy wearing this. I feel like it's very long wearing. And looks really, really nice on the eye. And I enjoyed this foundation as well. Again, it's a little bit light for me, but I think it looks really pretty on. And once I do the rest of my makeup, it sort of balances it out a little bit. But yeah, I feel like this just looks very nice on my skin. My skin looks very nice. Also kind of comparing that though with the foundation that I'm using in my project pan, the ABH stick foundation, and it is not looking great on my skin right now. I'm definitely having like a lot of texture and dryness right now with the weather, and yeah, so comparing it to the other one, this one's really nice to wear. So yeah, everything else was okay. Nothing was horrible, but that was this past week's picks. Let's get into the new picks for this week. I feel like my camera won't stop shaking, and it reminds me of the Simpsons episode where like Homer, I think he's doing a fat test or something, and his belly like jiggles, but then it like doesn't stop jiggling. Anyway, hopefully it's not shaking too much. So let's start at the top here. These are the, what I call the random eye things, and I'm just gonna keep going with the top drawer. Like I have stuff in all these drawers, but I feel like I want to go through maybe just this top drawer first. We'll work our way down, and I already know what I want to pick because I picked the other one the other week and decluttered it. So let's see if this guy survives the Shop My Stash and decluttering. I think this one's fine. This one is, it's from the brand Inmo. There we go. And this one's in a bit of a different shade. This one's, I think, called Blessed Never Stressed or something like that. Again, kind of a silly name. But this one, if I recall correctly, this one's kind of like almost a nothing shade. Like it sort of blends to nothing. But it could be a good base shade. And again, it's, to me, if it's like not offensive, I can maybe just like pan it as like an eye base or something. As long as it doesn't mess up my makeup. Hopefully you can see it there. There's a swatch of it on my hand right there. This is a really interesting angle for this drawer. I'm just gonna leave it though. This is the drawer that I have like powders, foundations, concealers, and primer. So primer, let's go with this guy. This guy's like the same style of primer as what I'm using right now, the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is technically not a primer. It's kind of one of those things that can be multiple things, I think. I think it can be a highlighter as well. It's the Saie, I don't know the official name of this. Does it say on the bottom here? Starglow is the shade. I don't know the actual product name, but I'll put the product name on the screen. So that's what it looks like on my hand. And then if we sort of blend it out. There it is right there. But it's definitely a product like I think I can keep blending and blend it pretty much away. Like it just ends up being sort of a glow. Yeah, you can kind of see what I mean by that. The thing I don't like about that product is the scent. It smells like kind of baby powder, perfumey baby powder to me, and I don't like that. Concealer. So let's go with this guy because I don't remember this guy when I think about it. This is the Revlon Colorstay Skin Awaken 5-in-1 concealer in the shade 002, which I believe is the brightening shade. Is there a name? Universal Brightener. This is one of those ones that has like a unusual like doe foot type applicator on it. And there's the shade there. If you have pink undertones, brighteners are what you want to go for because they're always a bit pink. Foundation, I'm just going to pull this because it's right on top. And I was going to pull this last week, but I didn't. It's the Missha Perfect Cover Foundation in number 22. I don't mind this, but I feel like I might not have the right shade. But I'm not 100% sure what it is about this shade that I don't like. So I need to test it. I don't know, like I know Jessica Braun just loves this. And like I don't mind it, but I don't love it. Like I don't know. Anyway. Like, see it? Yeah, it's maybe kind of too yellow for me. And it might be kind of dark for this time of year. I don't know. I'll have to try it out and see. And then for powder, let's go with this guy. I'm not even sure if I've opened this one yet. I have used this. I had a similar one, or exact same one, like a mini. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. I am really sad this doesn't exist anymore because I really liked this. Yeah, 2019 is when I got this one. Oh yeah, it's still got the seal on it. Haven't even opened this one, so we're gonna crack this baby open. Okay, this is my eye drawer, so mascara, eyeliner, and brows. So there's a couple things that I want to test this week. For brows, that's not really what I want to test. But for brows, let's just go in with using this guy. Essence Make Me Brow in Browny Brow. So just to show it's a little wand on this guy. I did bend the wand on this as per someone's recommendation. I can't remember who now because it was a while ago. I did bend the wand on this guy, which makes me a little nervous that it's going to break at some point, but hasn't yet. The things I want to test. So number one, I have been using a mascara from Heimish that's a tubing mascara. This is my other tubing mascara, and I kind of want to do a side-by-side test to see what they're like. Camera focus. Camera focus. See what they're like side-by-side. Camera does not want to focus. I don't want to focus either. Here, let's go back here. Maybe that's better. I want to test them against each other. And it's supposed to be real cold this coming week, so I want to see how these do in the cold weather. I tend to like to wear, I have my waterproof mascara sort of out all the time. It's not part of my panning or anything, I just keep it out. Because even if I'm wearing a regular mascara, when it's cold out, I want to put a coat of waterproof on because cold weather makes my eyes water like crazy. But I want to test these guys and see how they work. Against each other and against the cold weather. Just to show the wand on this guy as well. I remember liking this. Liking it, like it looks nice. It doesn't build up to like volume, like voluminous, the way I like volume, but I remember liking the way this looked. It was a very natural looking mascara. Maybe not necessarily my favorite style, but I can totally rock a natural one every once in a while too. And then another thing I want to test in this kind of weather, not this guy, this guy. This is a Tarte Clay Pot liner in black. It's just, yeah, there's nothing even on the bottom of this. First of all, I think it might be dried out, but we'll see. Let's see if we can revive it and use it. And I want to see how this works in cold weather. Like, is this waterproof? Will this run? Will it smudge? I have no idea. So I'm going to test it. I could be a hot mess this upcoming week, but we're going to test these things and see how they work. And maybe I think I want to use this liner this week. This is a Marc Jacobs Fineliner in Dove, I think is the shade name. I lost this guy for a while, and I just like had accepted my fate. I was like, it's gone. Like, it was gone. And then I found it. I can't remember where I found it. I think it was like in a makeup bag or something. But yeah, I'll give a swatch of this guy. It's one of those ones that doesn't twist up, but does not twist down. So hopefully you can see it there on my hand. Okay. Eye products done. And for now in my Shop My Stash, this is the last drawer that I'll go through today. So it's my blush, bronzer, and highlighter drawer. And what are we going to pick? Let's start with highlighter. I feel like I haven't worn this guy in a while. So we're going to go with this one. It's very bright. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow. So there's a swatch of it on my hand there. Very nice pinky highlight. My kind of highlight. I do like pinky highlights. Again, I have pink undertones, so I feel like I suit pinky highlights. Bronzer. Let's go with this guy. I've been thinking about this guy. I think this guy's going to make its way into my project pan soon-ish. This might be the next one I pick. I'm getting a little worried that it might go bad on me, so I want to use it. It's Tarte 28 Bronzino Bronzer in West Coast. Bit of a glowy bronzer, but I think for me I like to sort of combine this type of product with another bronzer, so I can sort of put this on and then use my bronzer for my project pan or for my pan that palette. So hopefully you can see a swatch there. It's pretty dark for this time of year too, so I have to be careful with this guy. And then blush. I feel like my mind is feeling punchy pink. Want to go pink? Let's go with this one. I feel like I haven't used this guy in a while. This is from Quo. It's the Featherweight Blush in the shade Heavenly, number 66. This blush is like super long wearing. I never did a full-on blush review. I did like a ranking of all my bronzers and all my highlighters, but I have not gotten around to doing the blush one yet. This is definitely more of a summer color, but we're going to rock it anyway. We're going to give it a go. I need to do that at some point. So hopefully you can see. That's, yeah, it's focusing. That's the blush there. That's a pretty heavy swatch. I blend it out a little bit more on my face. There we go. Okay, those are the picks. I'll flip you around and we'll just kind of quickly go over all the picks, and I'll mention the 2 eyeshadow palettes that I am going to start working or playing with in the upcoming weeks. Okay, here are the picks for this week. So I'm really happy with this. I think it's going to be a good week. And the 2 palettes that I am going to introduce, I'm going to start playing with this guy, the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, kind of very fitting for Valentine's Day, which is coming up in a few weeks. I definitely feel like I'm going to be using this palette for quite some time, which is why I'm starting to use it now. I also picked this palette because it's fairly neutral / cool tone. I mean, it has some warm tones in it too, but it's got cool tones in it, and I'm still vibing all the cool tones, so I want to play with this palette over the next few weeks. And then this palette as well is what I've picked. So it's the Reflection. It's the Natasha Denona Retro palette. And again, this is quite a large palette, so that's why I'm kind of picking these guys now, because I feel like I'm going to play with them for quite some time to really feel like I get good use out of them. So that's what this palette looks like. Very, again, pinky for Valentine's Day, for February. Some nice colors I think I'll like for this month. Yeah, so I'll probably use these palettes for like the next few weeks. I see myself using them for the next few weeks. If I feel like I want to stretch them out a little longer, but I'm getting maybe a little bit bored, I might bring in another like small, maybe quad or something. But for now, I'm going to start off with these 2. So that's it. That is my Shop My Stash for week number 4. If you like this video, feel free to give it the little thumbs up down below, which is not in focus. And if you haven't, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.